Здравствуйте, как дела? How's everybody doing? Хорошо, суббота. Have a nice Saturday. So, today I would like to talk about your part. Because we all have a part in this whole life journey. And I just really wanted to emphasize on that we all matter. We all have our own part. If you take a big puzzle and you want to see the end result of that puzzle. And if there's only one piece missing, you cannot finish that puzzle right. You will see the picture, but you won't, there'll be a part missing. And I'm here today to say you matter. You're part of this puzzle, this whole entire life puzzle. It matters just as much. If you go to the store and they say that the price of the whatever thing that you want to buy is like €1 and you only have 90 cents, then they'll say, sorry, you're missing 10 cents. So if you feel like you're that 10 cent right now, I want you to switch that thought around and know that you matter just as much as that 90 cents. That 90 cents is nothing without that 10 cent. They will not be able to buy whatever it is they need to buy in the store if they don't have that complete euro. So your part in the puzzle matters. You can be the student, you can be the teacher, whatever your part is, you matter. And people, because if I think about myself, I'm really figuring out things in life, and I'm really starting to own up to the fact that I want to encourage people, I want to lift people up, etc. And certain people ask me, and they have the right to ask me, but they're like, what's your education? What's your education? What makes you a good support or an encourager or whatever? And then I got to thinking, this whole life is our education. And I'm not saying people, just drop out of school because life is an education. No. I'm not saying that. But in my case, my life is my education. I've learned a lot from life. I've learned a lot from listening, looking, and seeing things. I still listen every day to people that I think that are, uplifting and powerful and can do amazing things. I listen to Joel Osteen. I listen to Pastor Prince. I listen to Edgar Holder. I listen to Jay Shetty, Lewis House. I listen to all kinds of people, different Joe Dispenzas, anybody. I don't really look at religion, etc., because I listen to what they say, because I do believe that every individual in life has something good to say. And I filter out what it is that I need and I can use to lift others. And that's what I do. I take everything and I share the things that I think are important to lift other people up. And that's my part of my education. I listen to other people, because what do you do in school? You listen to what your teacher tells you, and you just soak that information in and you make it your own. And that's what I'm trying to say is life is my teacher. Life has taught me so much. And I have been in school also, of course. But I'm just telling you, if you're somebody and you haven't had the qualities of going to school, etc., you still matter. You can still do so much in this world. And you can also learn things. If you still want to study stuff, that's super. That's okay. But I'm just saying, if you didn't have that much of an education or the education that you needed, I'm here to encourage you. There are so many people out there, but Practice shared with me and so many others on the internet, that they didn't have that high education in school, but they still became multimillionaires because they just studied their own way through life. They got their own education, their education of life. So, but apart from all this, I'm just trying to really emphasize on you matter. Your part of this puzzle called life is very important. Don't you ever think to yourself that you're not good enough, that you don't matter, or that you can't achieve what you need to achieve just because you don't have this or you don't have that, or you weren't born in a certain loving environment, etc. Doesn't matter what your history is, no matter what your now even is, you can do all that you want to do. Go for it, you know? Life is filled with setbacks and, you know, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up. You always hear me say that. But it's up to you to go for your dreams and believe in yourself. You know, I wrote my book. Yes, you are. Let me see. Yes, you are. And I really started doubting myself because people weren't buying my book. And then I was like, hey. But then I looked at a clip from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and they were saying, you know, you don't need a certain education to do your part, your life purpose, your calling. And then because people were not buying because they don't know me enough, they don't know, hey, who is this person, or you know, where does she get her knowledge from, etc. And I kind of got, you know, like demotivated, but then I also motivated myself again from, yeah, you know, I had to write it down. Yeah. My skill is to encourage. I wrote it down. Powerful words to lift your spirit, help you shift your negative words into positive. That's my thing. I love lifting people up. I've noticed in life that I always want to make people feel good about good about themselves. And not only that, but if they're in a certain going through something difficult or whatever, I really want to just be there to support them, to ease that pain in any kind of way that I can ease it. And that's why I also love Marissa Peer so much with her simple words, I am enough. That when you look into a mirror and you repeat this daily, I am enough, I am good enough, just the way I am, just who I am. When you learn to appreciate who you are, your part of this journey, you can move mountains. You start to believe in who you are. I finally believe in who I am. And I believe that I have so much to offer to this world. Well, the people who need to hear my part of this journey. It's here in my book, the way that I think, the way that I encourage, the way that I want to spread love. But it's also in me, that wisdom God gave me. I want to use that. I am using it already wherever I can. But I also want it to make it my profession. So I'm really climbing that ladder now. But back to you. I really want you to repeat daily, if it hasn't sunk in deep enough in you, that you matter. Remember that story I said about the euro. If you go to the store and you only have 90 cents, they need that 10 cent before they give you that product that you want to buy for €1. So you can feel like a 10 cent, but that 90 cent is nothing without you. You complete this journey, this life journey. You matter. And you know, I've had the blessing to encourage all sorts of people, men and women, top executives to mothers who were also top executives, if you ask me, and all sorts of professions, really. And they just came along in my journey, but I never really had it like a profession yet. But I was doing what I was doing. I was encouraging them, I was supporting them. And it gave me so much pleasure to encourage them, to lift them up, and to see that positive words, loving words, can encourage and can boost somebody to get them up and to think, hey, yes, I got this. I'm going to go for it. Just by me speaking words. Words have power. Our thoughts have power. Our words have power. And that's why I make it my life journey to encourage other people. Think of the words that you use. What thoughts do you let in your mind? People can say the meanest, hardest things, but it's up to us, as Marissa Bears also shared, and a lot of others. Are you going to let that in? If somebody gives you a negative gift of negative words, painful words, are you going to let that in your heart, in your system? Or are you going to say to yourself, no, thank you, I'm not receiving those gifts. That negative gift, you can have that. You can keep that. Because if somebody says something negative to you, but you don't let it in, you don't take it, you don't say from, you don't let it into your heart, then it doesn't belong to you. But when you let those negative words in, I shared that before in my other vlogs. I'm not going to go back into that. You can check that other vlog of mine. But don't let it in. And what I'm trying to say is, do let positive words in. Let me encourage you, let other people encourage you, but be encouraged and encourage yourself. Stand in front of the mirror daily, because what makes a habit, a pattern of your life, is to repeat things daily. Repeat to yourself, I am enough. I am good enough. I matter. And when you get that, you it strengthens you in every phase of life. If you're single and you're trying to mingle, get yourself into that group, you get this confidence you need to approach people the right way. Or if you're in a job hunt or in school or trying to deal with friendships or family issues, no matter what it is, when you know that you are enough and that you matter and that your truth matters, that you can move mountains, etc., your whole life begins to change. My life has personally changed a lot since I'm really letting it sink into my system that I matter, that I'm beautiful, that I'm gifted, that I'm talented, that I do have intelligence. I had to learn that. Because I shared before. I had this thing in my mind for 40 years that I was the most ugliest person alive, that I was dumb, and that I had nothing to give. And once I started deleting those lies from my system, that's when I started to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. That's why I'm supporting you right now. I'm encouraging you. Try. If you're not in that state, repeat that daily. And I'm not saying you won't get setbacks, because I get my setbacks, but I get up. I fall and I get up. And before, I used to fall and not get up. I'll be ding, 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 knocked out. Repetition is power. Speak words of truth. Let other people, like myself, encourage you and help you to repeat positive things, words in your head, and help you to speak out the right words. So anyway, this is a long blah blah blah. You matter. I want to end this vlog with you matter. Your word gold. That's why I wanted my book all gold and special, because you matter. This book, it's just like opening up a card every day for yourself, saying something positive. That's what my book is. And I want to encourage you. Let me encourage you. You matter. Have a fantastic day. Пока-пока. До свидания. Увидимся. See you guys soon. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and share. Bye bye. Пока-пока. До свидания.